Is Meagan Good's pregnancy confirmed by Jonathan Major? Everyone, since Jabari's ex-girlfriend, isn't handling it well at all. And it's obvious that she did not anticipate this based on the way she is acting on the internet. Fans are also noting that it appears to be a complete breakdown. It's also really difficult to disagree, to be honest. This is the same former partner who appeared in court, caused him to be disparaged by the media, and significantly contributed to the decline in his reputation. Jonathan is currently recovering. Though, as his Keta, Meagan is standing directly next to him, and they are reportedly anticipating a Abi. And that alone completely changed the plot, and the timing couldn't be more outrageous. His former partner has returned to social media, sending mysterious captions and even making vague allusions to the disclosure of fresh information, because, let's be honest for a moment, it's beginning to look more like jealousy than justice. It's unlikely that she anticipated being replaced so quickly, and by someone like Meagan H. It's most likely consuming her. People are now wondering if she was attempting to hold him responsible, or if she was merely ensuring that he was cancelled due to her reaction. It's crazy to this purported pregnancy. Let's get started, alright? So it appears that she has been posting cryptic comments that imply she has more to reveal, and many are now certain that she is about to reveal something about Morty that may potentially destroy what remains of his career. To clarify, this isn't just a sporadic outburst. It appears to be intimate. It appears to be a calculated move, and she doesn't seem to be taking the pregnancy announcement well. But let's not forget that Grace was the one who accused Jonathan in public, received media attention, and was a key contributor to how from Grace he fell far. On one occasion, she had already turned the world against him. Now that Jonathan is recovering, Meagan is standing next to him, and there may be a baby on the way. She believes that the world is unaware of Jonathan's true identity, Therefore, he is not taking in the redemption arc in real time. She is now complaining about being suppressed and making all these jumbled, suggestive posts, hinting at further truth. However, Grace immediately took to Instagram and posted a blunt message that was intended to make amends. The implication was that Jonathan had been deceiving Meagan since the beginning, and that she had no idea who she was actually married to. The wildest part isn't even that. She continued by asserting that she had actually shielded Jonathan as everything collapsed. She claims that she did not provide the whole story. Because she was sympathetic to him, she didn't give the police the whole thing. She said that she refrained from speaking out of concern that his situation would worsen, and even confessed to lying to authorities in order to keep him out of more serious trouble. However, the empathy has now obviously vanished. I'm ready to spill, she says, nothing but the truth, everything, the whole truth, God's assistance, such as not holding anything back. And if she's getting the feeling that this is real, things could grow far worse than anyone anticipated, even though this is a mess. Some of the receipts that were released when the news broke really support her accusations. Do you recall those texts that were leaked so long ago? Yes. One of them really stated that she would lie to the police on Jonathan's behalf. If I go, I'll tell the doctor I put my head there, she wrote. I'll give it another day, but I need more medicines, and I'm having trouble sleeping. That's that. It's obvious that I want to be with you. So why would I want to tell them what actually happened? You seem to want to be together so that you won't have to face the consequences of what you've spoken to your loved ones. When she offered to lie, Jonathan wasn't simply sitting back, so it got worse. You guys, it was said that he encouraged it. He cautioned her against going to the hospital in one of those released texts, adding, and I fear you have no respect for what could happen if you go to the hospital. Since you don't seem to genuinely defend us, they will question you, which could result in an inquiry. She doubled down and acknowledged in other leaked texts and mail that she was going to lie again to ensure the charges were dropped. So even if you do lie and they suspect something, it didn't end there. They promised not to charge you, she wrote. They claimed that because they observed my bruises and knew we had a fight, they had to arrest me as a matter of protocol. I apologize for putting you in this situation, and I'm furious that they did. We'll make sure this doesn't happen. I blamed my attempt to take your phone on them. I was just discharged from the hospital. What you have here is a white woman in anguish, no less. Rewriting the tale, reportedly to ensure he walks, is an obvious attempt to shield him. Following all of that, he makes a change, goes on, and begins A new family, it makes sense that she is prepared to strike a match and let everything burn. However, what precisely drove her to the brink? Why, after being silent for so long, is she now prepared to blow everything up? The fact that Jonathan Major made their purported pregnancy public may have contributed to it, indeed. It appears Meagan is expecting their first kid. For example, this is also Jonathan's second child. Grace was not having it, as it appeared that the announcement of the baby was the last straw for her. Even if people were applauding the pair and referring to it as a new beginning after Jonathan Major shared a video of him and Meagan mid-workout performing their typical fit couple routine. The entire situation blew up a few days ago. They love a good gym flex, as you may already know if you've been following them. This time, however, it was different since the sharp-eyed admirers noticed Meagan's baby bump right away. The internet then went into full meltdown mode. The baby surprise wasn't the only thing that shocked onlookers, it was the moment how Grace, then Jonathan's ex, appeared with a mysterious thread and post. It was calculated, indeed, as you can see. Viewers immediately picked up on something new in the clip. Meagan appeared to be sporting a small pregnancy bump. Furthermore, this was not merely conjecture. Jonathan was getting excited about their workout when he casually made a remark about her pregnancy and slipped it in as if it were unimportant. However, the internet clocked it right away. This did not appear to be your typical exercise video. It appeared to be the gentle beginning of a full pregnancy. The timing couldn't have been more disastrous, especially in light of the drama that ensued. Have a peek.
Ellie does look fit. Who knows if she's pregnant? I can't call it. Love you. All right, y'all, that's it. Goodbye. Peace.
Yes, Meagan wasn't the only one caught off guard, but the public was likewise caught off guard. But it looks like this pregnancy wasn't a coincidence. Meagan has been relinquishing last-minute suggestions. If you've been following along, it all started when she recently finalized her divorce from Devin Franklin. At the moment she was with Devin, Meagan truly made it. It was clear that she didn't want children. To be honest, when she said it again, it seemed like a deal breaker, but after her divorce, Meagan is a very different story. Suddenly, she was out here talking about her intention to start a family and having no patience. As a result, the current situation was intentional. We'll play the interview Meagan made soon after the divorce, where she openly admitted that becoming a parent was something she was pondering it carefully. Furthermore, she didn't seem unsure or reluctant. She was confident, enthusiastic, and, to be honest, a little relieved, as if she were finally beginning a chapter that she had been putting off for far too long. It is much more telling that she is now talking about her pregnancy with Jonathan Majors. She's really curious about it, and she might be moving in that way. No pressure, no time limit, and solely in accordance with her own conditions.
Terms. If I got a few bruises, but you know what? It's me in the film. Really? You know what I'm saying? Hitting that blink, ding, ding, ding. I was like,
my final question for you, what do you want next? What is next for Meagan Good in life?
I want to travel. I want to direct more. I want to do more action. I want to create vehicles for little black girls to show themselves in completely different lights and help support that and uplift that. I don't know. I want to find my right house that I'm excited about, and maybe have a kid. Yeah.
Have a child. Have you thought about a name, maybe, even though?
I have. I'll tell you in your ear.
A few weeks ago, she did another interview with Scott Evans in which she reiterated her plans for the kid. Meagan also didn't hold back in the interview. It seemed as though she had never said didn't wish to have children. Now that she was completely prepared to become a mother, she made it quite evident. Not one day, perhaps, but more like now. What had actually her casual insinuation that she and Jonathan were already at that point of actively trying piqued the imagination of followers. It was not coded, it wasn't ambiguous, it was unmistakable proof that they were advancing at full speed. This was no impromptu incident. Meagan appeared to have achieved her goals since she was clear about what she desired.
And it looked like she made it happen.
I know I want to be a mom.
You do?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, is that something you've always known, or did you come to that?
I've come to that.
Was there something that happened? Was there like did you see a baby, you were holding a baby and you were like, uh-oh, the feeling that people talk about is happening?
I think it's more, because even my sister tell you, like when she got pregnant with my first nephew, she was like, I had to tell you something. I was like, okay, what? She's like, you can be her. We actually had this moment somewhere else, but just tell me you're pregnant. I'm gonna tell you my response.
Okay, so Meg, I gotta tell you something.
What?
So, we're pregnant. You're gonna be an auntie. I'm gonna have a baby.
Wow.
Wow,
You're pregnant.
Yes, I'm pregnant.
Why? Right now? Wow, Caesar, wait, wow.
Did you say why, or did you?
be able to do anything. That was my response.
You did not say why.
I said right now.
Right. But we have so many
she
plans.
was like 33. But I will say, I think even that put me back a little bit, because I was like, ooh, that's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
But I think even now, I'm just super ready, because I think there was a fear that life would turn into Groundhog's Day. And I think now, honestly, in huge part to Jonathan, because I knew I wanted to be a mom before Jonathan. I knew I was about ready before Jonathan.
Yep.
But I'm like ready right now because I have so much fun with him, and because I know that it's not gonna become Groundhog's Day. I know that me and him are gonna be backpacking over here, and we're gonna be over here producing this movie that I might be directing and he might be producing, or he might be starring, and our kids are gonna be with us in Africa, wherever it is. But I just know that even if we're not moving around a lot, that the way that we move, I really, really love. And the way that we do life, I really, really love.
And that your tribe will go with you.
Yes, and,
You know
and even
I mean?
if we don't go anywhere, it's just the texture of what the quality of life looks like.
Yeah.
It is.
We move forward in time. It appears that we will soon have a tiny Jonathan May or Meg running around, and the pregnancy glow is radiant. The abdomen is bellying a little. One person isn't celebrating, despite the fact that followers are undoubtedly divided over Jonathan's messy and still recent turmoil. Jabari Grace. Let's also suggest that her reaction's timing is not coincidental. Many people now believe that she is being resentful, but then once more, Jonathan acknowledged touching her. Jonathan bravely acknowledged physically harming her in this tape that was leaked a few months back.
Jonathan boldly admitted to hurting her physically.
I'm ashamed. I never wrestled with a woman before. Okay, it's just I never aggressed. I aggressed you. Like
You strangled me and pushed me against the car.
Yeah, all those things are under aggress.
Yeah.
You know, like that's never happened to me. So I.
Jonathan allegedly touched her more than once, however. She remained silent at the time because she claimed he had gaslighted and controlled her, and she honestly thought she was to blame. She's not the only one who has alluded to this type of behavior, as clumsy as that sounds. The good guy persona that Jonathan loves to promote is supposedly completely phony, according to a growing number of people who have quietly come forward over the past year. Filmmaker Ab Allen was the one who made the serious disparaging remarks. Before Jonathan's drama ever began to unfold, the blogs, Ab said, "There's a particular actor relatively new on the scene who Twitter has violently fallen head over heels for, who in actuality is a vicious, cruel, abused human being, both professionally and in his personal life, and every new barrel thirst tweet about him drives me insane." Now, nobody really knew who he was referring to at the time. However, that previous tweet reappeared like old milk once Jonathan Major's accusations were withdrawn. All of a sudden, everything began to make sense. In fact, that tweet was sent out almost a month before Jonathan's DV accusations made the news. Right now, Atalon didn't reveal any names or more information at the time. He just posted that mysterious message on Twitter. However, after Jonathan's story became public, someone went back and retweeted Allen's message, saying, "Now, we know who this tweet was about." Allen didn't dispute it either. He responded with a straightforward ping ding ding. Tim Nicolai, who really collaborated with Jonathan on Broadway, made another well-known call-out. Tim tweeted without omitting any words regarding Jonathan Majors. "I'll simply say this and stop there. For years, many at Yale and in the larger NYC community have been aware of him. Almost everyone talks about him in terms of abuse and sociopathy. That it took so long to report him is unfortunate. that kind of support from two individuals as well as those who have performed with him gives Grace's assertions a lot of weight and keeps the pressure on. The story is rapidly changing as a result of several insiders coming forward, and Jonathan's team will be held accountable for each and every accusation. Additionally, Grace is asserting that she has further receipts, including purportedly time-stamped photos of her wounds, to support her accusations. Yes, Grace is going to blow everything up, so Jonathan and Meagan had better be ready. The mask is now removed, Grace is no longer hiding anything, and the baby bump is out. Jonathan believed that he could put the past behind him, begin a new chapter with Meagan, and move on. Grace obviously has other ideas, though her pregnancy's gentle beginning was merely rekindling a flame that had hardly subsided, and now it appears that everything he attempted to conceal is immediately rising again. Like Thriller, is Grace really going to reveal what she's hiding? Or is a more significant storm just getting started? Because Jonathan's public redemption arc may be over before it even starts if she is only hinting at this and it turns out to be true. Hold on tight, everyone, because the narrative is far from over. And it's going to blow up if Grace actually starts calling names. You guys.